Third stringer Ryan Staub's performance creates QB dilemma for Deion Sanders and Colorado. To Deion Sanders, the plan last weekend seemed only fair: give all three of his quarterbacks 2 series each to see what they could do. That way, the situation could tell us its own story, he explained. That story now contains an intriguing plot development. The Colorado coach has a dilemma at QB going into the Big 12 conference opener Friday in Houston. It's the sort of predicament he's sidestepped because he's had his son, Shedeur. The under-center candidates include transfer and current starter Deion Salter, along with freshman Julian Juju Lewis. Added to the mix after Saturday's stellar performance is the longtime understudy, Ryan Staub, who served as the backup to Shedeur Sanders the past 2 seasons. I know exactly how I'm going to handle the quarterback situation, Deion Sanders said after a 31-7 win over Delaware that set the QB situation in full motion. I'm not going to say it. The competition. Salter left Liberty to step in at Colorado. The dual-option threat beat out Lewis and Staub in fall camp for the starting job. He had Colorado, 1-1, off to a 10-0 lead in his 2 series of work against the Blue Hens before giving way to Lewis, the 17-year-old highly touted recruit and future of the program. Lewis didn't produce any points in his first 2 cracks at leading the team. Next up was Staub, the third stringer whose performance threw a curve into the quarterback plans. He tossed 2 TD passes, one in the closing seconds before halftime and another on a quick strike soon after the break. He stayed in the game for 2 more series, too. With that, the competition appears open again. My decisions are not just based on what I see in the game, explained Sanders, who enacted his 2 series each plan after the season-opening loss to Georgia Tech. My decisions are based on a lot about what I see in practice and what I know to be true and what should happen based on preparation in practice. The understudy, Staub, knows the offense about as well as anyone after spending the past 2 seasons in the shadow of Shedeur Sanders. Staub even paid homage Saturday to Sanders, now in Cleveland, by raising his wrist and doing the Shedeur pose after a 71-yard TD throw. I got to see everything that he did and the way he does things, day in and day out, the way he sees stuff in the film room, said Staub, a redshirt sophomore from California. Just the past couple years sitting behind him has really helped me. Staub finished 7 of 10 for 157 yards and 2 touchdown passes. It's crazy to be rewarded this way, Staub said. It's been a long couple of years of just working and waiting and working. Staub has 1 start on his resume, in 2023, with Sanders sidelined by an injury. Staub threw for 195 yards and his first career touchdown to Travis Hunter in a 23-17 loss at Utah. Last season, Staub was limited to 20 snaps over 4 appearances in his backup role. This season, he slipped to number 3 on the depth chart behind Salter and Lewis. But he may have just risen up the ranks. There was a moment on the sideline Saturday where Deion Sanders placed both hands on Staub's helmet, stared through his face mask and appeared to tell him, "I believe in you, man." Staub had no idea he'd play until the day before the Delaware game. Soon after finding out, he visited with offensive coordinator Pat Shurmur to make some play-calling requests.